So you want to ken how to make your own absolute cinema images with your Minecraft skin? Well, you're in luck, as we're going to go over that today. First of all, we need to take our screenshot, which is going to use a set which we're going to use a combination of grey concrete, light grey concrete, and in this instance we're going to use a chair from the Paladins Furniture Mod. Now that we have our set, we're going to sit down on this chair, swivel on round, go into F5 and prepare for our next mod. So we're going to use a mod called Emote Craft to put our hands in the air. So we're first of all going to open the emote wheel, go to all emotes, configure our emotes and put the hands up emote inside our emote wheel. It's already done in this instance, but you'll probably have to do it in your version. Now it's on our emote wheel, we can simply just press the emote and put our hands in the air. We'll now press F1 to get rid of all the information on our screen, so we've got a blank canvas and we'll just take a few screenshots and we're going to work with these screenshots to make the image. Now that we have our screenshot, we can simply drag and drop it into whatever art program you'd like to use. This tutorial we're using Krita, although other art programs would work as long as you can find the equivalent tools inside of that program. The very first thing we're going to do is immediately crop the image to make it a little bit smaller, as we don't need all the space to work with for the absolute cinema image. So we're just going to crop it ever so slightly to be a little bit smaller. I'd say about that is probably going to be perfect. Now that we've cropped the image all properly, we want to cut the Minecraft skin to be its own layer for us to edit inside of the program. So we're going to slowly go over each edge of the Minecraft skin so we can cut it out to a new selection of a layer. I'm going to shamelessly say it while we do the speed up section. We have a goal of hitting 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year, so you know, if you would like to press the red button, if red buttons are cool to you and you want to press one, consider it please. Now that we've cropped out a selection of our guy, we'll simply right click and then do cut selection to new layer. So we can now just see the layer as is on its own. Now that we've created our two layers in the image, we're going to look to add a filter to both of these layers. We'll first go to the layer that we've created that is just a Minecraft skin, we'll add a layer and we'll add a filter mask. Under the adjust header, you should find an option of desaturate, and for the Minecraft skin, we're going to want it done to the max for the method, and then we're going to simply press OK and confirm it. It's time to now repeat that step, but for the background, as we'll once again right click onto the layer, go into add filter mask, go in the desaturate heading and click the first option this time, lightness, and then press OK. Now that we have the monotone grayscale look we're looking for the absolute cinema image, we just need to add the text box. So we'll simply drag and drop for the text box and start typing the very first line, which of course will be the word absolute. To make sure this text stands out on our very dull background, we're going to select all of the text and make sure all the text color is set to white. Now this is a personal preference for me, but since we're working with Minecraft, it'd be pretty rude to not at least use the Minecraft font. Albeit this isn't the official Minecraft font, as there's a few letters that aren't correct, such as the A or the E, but it's a fan-made font that's close enough and fits the style we're looking for. Finally, we need to make sure this text is big enough to show on our scale. So we'll change the font size, and I think 108, considering the size of our background, will be a good estimate of what we're going to need. Now we'll drag this text right on down to about, I'd say there will be a good shout, and then we'll simply select the text once again, we'll do a copy layer, and we'll simply paste the layer so we can customize this for the next line of text. This text box will of course be our cinema text box, so we're going to change the writing on display right now, and we'll set the font size to be a little bit bigger. I'd say 145 seems a good estimate. We'll save the changes, drag this on down just to be slightly below. Already on first view, you can see the absolute text box is probably a little too big, so we're going to select that and change the font size to be, let's go to 87. Let's save that and put it right above the cinema text, probably about there. Next, we're going to add some effects onto these text boxes. We're first going to move on to the absolute text box, go into its layer style, we're going to add a drop shadow, we're going to add an outer glow, and we're going to add a stroke that we're going to specify to be 3 pixels wide. We're going to repeat this effect for the cinema text now, where once again we'll go into layer style, we'll add a drop shadow, we'll add an outer glow, we'll go into stroke, add it and change it to 3 pixels. And wouldn't you know it, we've already got our absolute cinema image made with our Minecraft skin. On screen there are a few examples of other assets that were made using this method, and I don't know how to film an outro, so I'm just going to stop it right here.